All right, welcome back to Louisville. If you're just joining us, in the last video, I went ahead and essentially cleared out all of the trees and bushes in my entire yard, which is why, of course, they're already starting to grow back. Put all the logs here, put all the branches here. And, yeah. Also in the last video, we made some headway towards getting to the university. But man, navigating Louisville is not easy. There are so many zombies, so I keep getting stuck, right? I keep having to stop and kill tons and tons of zombies. But today, that's not what we're doing. Today, we are going to prepare for sort of phase 2 of our siege of Louisville, which is actually going to require us to head all the way back home to Rosewood and pick up some things. Because, like, for the past couple of videos, I have been begging for nails, which I haven't been able to find. And, like, I know there are hardwood shops and garages and stuff in Louisville, but navigating Louisville has been a nightmare with all the zombies. So we're actually going to go ahead and make the long trip all the way back to Rosewood, which is going to take some time. In particular, I want to save my chickens, if they haven't died yet. And yeah, it's going to be quite a long journey, but fortunately, through the magic of editing, it's almost like we can do a fast travel back to our hometown of Rosewood, which is infested with zombies again. I turned respawns off. Where are you all coming from? It's fine. AI viewers? Why, thank you. Definitely not a bot. Man, I've been out in Louisville for so long, this is almost nostalgic coming back here. Okay. I should probably drop in the fire department on the way out and grab some more axes. But I know I have a few back at base. So yeah, this is not going to be the most action-packed video. This is mostly going to be organization and picking things up. I don't see any chickens walking around. Oh, I do see some chickens walking around. Okay, so they're not all dead. That's good to know. Oh yeah, this place has gone to absolute hell since I've left. Look at this. It's becoming a forest in here. Getting that animal trailer out is going to be a big pain. God. Playing a VR game and bots are coming in, huh? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so here's where I spent the first, like, 120 days of my run. I like this little construction site because it is instantly defensible. Like, you can move in on day one and it's already instantly defended. Okay. Things I need. Let's see. A fleshing tool would be a good plan. Vice grips. Chisel. I've got a pipe wrench out there already. Tape is always useful. Twine is always useful. Gunpowder. Don't really need anything in there. Nails. That's what I'm looking for. More nails. More duct tape. We'll grab a few rope. I don't really want to bring all of my engine stuff. Let's take a look at the war rig, see how it's doing. We're still at 96.8%. I'm not too terribly worried. I don't feel like I need to bring a bunch of parts. We will make sure we have at least one tire pump though. And a jack. Got a big pile of empty propane tanks. Bucket of clay cement I'm definitely going to need. Now, there's a gajillion stone blocks here, but I don't need the stone blocks because I've got plenty of large stones back in Louisville. So I want to make sure I'm being relatively efficient here. Alright. Speaking of clay... Do I have some? I do have some. Beautiful. We'll grab this clay sculpting tool. I've got plenty of fire, like lighters and stuff. And then over here is my, you know, crafting area. Most of this stuff I don't need. I can get raw materials back in Louisville. So all this iron and all the other stuff I don't really need. I might grab a few sheets, though, because those are not always super easy to find. You know, I could just be navigating from here. I know what I'm doing, I promise. Metalworking pliers. Drill. Small hacksaw. 2 sets of tongs, club hammer, a punch, snips, and a smithing hammer. Okay, so I think we've got all the tools we need at this time. We are going to grab just a few steel sheets. I don't think I need a lot. I've got a bunch of spears, but I haven't really been using them. I will grab at least one wood axe, because I don't want to use my fire axes to chop wood down. But again, once I get my forge up and running, I can make axes. That's not a problem. This is the gardening box. I definitely am going to need, like, a real shovel. Like an entrenching tool. Maybe I'll grab a spade as well. And here's my weapons room. I left a lot of this behind. The M1911 uses 45 ACP rounds. Okay. So picking up some more pistol ammo. Pick up some buckets. Pick up some more magazines. Got another carton of 45 ACP rounds. I don't know if I need quite that much, but I'm going to grab it anyway. And then, are any of these pistols... Yeah, let's grab the two pistols that work with the ammo I just got. And that should be good for weapons, for now. Like, the patrol revolver's been great, but we're starting to run out of that kind of ammo. Everything in my freezer is almost certainly rotten now. No, it still counts as fresh. Crazy. What up, chickens? We're going to get to you all in just a bit, but first... The dirtiness is only 20%. I guess when I'm away from the house, it doesn't progress because, like, I've been gone for like 3 weeks. There's no way that it's only at 20% dirtiness. So I guess it only progresses when I'm close by. All right, I'm gonna get you all in a second. I'm just gonna check my house here. Most of these are books I haven't made yet, or I haven't read yet. But most of them are things that I'm not really using. I am gonna grab the aiming book. The cooking books. And the fishing books, because I have been doing a lot of fishing. We have a firefighter axe here, which we'll grab. We need the extra weaponry. We are starting to run out of space, though, so I do have to be a little bit cautious about what I put in here. Then the other thing I'm going to pick up is all this booze. Because the thing I learned about this game, much like in real life, if you're a little bit underweight, booze is a great way. Not a great way, but it is an effective way of raising your weight. Like I said, I'm not going to say it's a good way, but it does work. Okay, we are just about ready. I think we've gathered pretty much everything we need. So now we just got to load up the chickens, go to sleep, wake up, head back to Louisville. Almost ready for harvest. Kale. I'm gonna take these bushes down so that I can actually get this trailer out of here. I do have some leather that's ready over here, but I have plenty of leather back home, so I don't need it. Now this is going to be an interesting little bit of maneuvering here. I think that's close enough. Let's find out. Nice. No animals in there currently. Okay, okay. Okay, so we've picked up tools, we've picked up some materials. Alright, we're going to grab some cabbage. We're going to grab some eggs. Do I have any meat in here, or did I bring it all with me? I do have some meat in here. Alright, we're going to make ourselves a little bit of a feast here before we get gone. And in fact, I should really be bringing some of these with me. Food has been kind of an issue. So we'll bring some of the stuff that's less likely to go bad super fast. Eggs I don't need to bring with me because I will be bringing chickens with me. Yeah, we don't need most of this. All right, let's make us some stew. So we're going to put 2 pork in there. We'll put 2 pork in the other one. We're going to have 1 for tonight and 1 for tomorrow morning before we leave. Add egg, and then some vegetables. And we'll get some beans in there. Okay, we'll go ahead and drop those in the oven, get that started, and in the meantime, maybe we pick up a little bit more of the food. Some of the dried food I've got here, like the beans, chickpeas, lentils. This stuff will all be super useful to me back at the other base. Because I'm really low on vegetables. We're going to eat this entire giant bowl of stew. Get some sleep. We wake up at 3 a.m., which is fine. We now need to load up our chickens and get the hell out of here. Ooh, it is fully snowing. Pretty sure I have batteries in here for my... Yeah, I got lots of batteries. Let's make sure we've got some of those. Put the battery in to the flashlight. We'll attach the flashlight to my bag. Okay, last thing before we get gone, we're gonna go ahead and move some of these chickens. Once again, this is gonna take a little bit of time. So I will go ahead and cut it out of the YouTube VOD. There we go. That'll make it a lot easier. Go ahead and grab all the animal food that's in this trough. Put that in the back here so my chickens don't starve. I'm glad they're all in the coop instead of out and about. That makes my life a little bit easier. Okay, and with that, we've got all of our chickens. I'm going to remember to turn off the generator this time, so I don't just burn all the fuel for nothing. So, you know, hopefully some other survivor finds their way here. and is able to make use of all the stuff we've got. Okay, a very, very successful trip, if I do say so. It is 5 a.m. Given how long it took us to get here, I should be able to get all the way back home before the end of the day. This is the part I was a little bit concerned about. Because that tree might be an issue. Come on. You can do it. You can't do it. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. And I'm stuck. So, gonna grab the axe, we're gonna dig ourselves out of here. Okay, let's see if that was enough to get us free. Okay, we're back in business. Sort of. Oh, so annoying. All right, we got through. Well, that was an adventure. But we got there in the end. Hopefully without too much damage to the car. Yeah, lots more to clear out. Christ! Move, move, move! Crap. Okay, well, this is what we're doing now. Got stuck on the way back. Oh boy. It's fine. We're fine. I don't know how much ammo I've got on my person. Oh boy. Okay, okay. I'm gonna see if I can get out of here. Nope, evidently not. I took the wrong route. Okay, I think I'm out of ammo. And there's still a whole lot of them, so we gotta move them away. So this turned into a much more challenging area than I expected it to be. I gotta get back to my car and get some more ammo, so I gotta move them away from here. Crap. Not fast enough. Oof. That was close. Okay. Deep breath. All right, are we clear? God, that was annoying. Just gonna do a quick circuit around my car to make sure that there aren't any that are waiting there for me. Doesn't look like it. Got another one coming up this side. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, I gotta try to push this car aside a little bit. And we're through. Man, that was a lot more stressful than I was ready for today. One wrong turn, my friends. One wrong turn. But we made it. Now it's time to get back home, hopefully without any more complications. And we're home. Well, that was certainly an eventful trip. Okay. Lovely, wonderful, excellent. Close the gates. Okay, friends, I was planning on going into Louisville for a little bit more zombie extermination, but that kind of happened on the way here. And obviously, I now have a whole bunch of stuff to do. I have to go ahead and set up some chicken coops. I'll get rid of these dog houses. I'll probably set up the chicken coop in here, expand this a bit, get all of my new food and tools and stuff all neatly stowed away. But I don't want to do that on camera because that would be super tedious. So friends, in the next stream, we will be going back into the center of Louisville and, in fact, continuing to attempt to make our way toward the university. So here's the university right here. We're going to try to clear out these two parking lots. I believe the library is this building right here, or maybe this building up here. I'm not 100% sure which, but that's the next big thing. We really want to make sure we are getting those books so that I can get the skills I need. And yeah, as you can see, we have only cleared out maybe 5% of Louisville proper, if that. So we still have a long way to go, friends. So, you know, please keep those notifications on. I don't particularly have any set schedule for this, but I am beginning to migrate my streaming from here over to YouTube. So youtube.com/gamingmathematically. Eventually, I'm going to start doing like multi-streaming, and then I am planning on moving away from Twitch and toward YouTube. So yeah. I do expect I will be online again at some point this weekend. It is a 3-day weekend for me, so look out for me tomorrow. Look out for me on Monday. We're going to do some more killing, but for now, friends, thank you very much for being here. I'll see you next time.